Okay, so today we'll look at building the menus, and the first step, the first thing we need to do is make a map. And again, you want to think about how you want this map laid out. And again, just sketching it out a lot of times helps you out. So we already, in this case, we have several folders built for the different degree programs here. And we'll just make a map that points to the one page that sits inside of each of these things. So to make the map, right-click on your project, go to Add New Item, and the type of item we want to add is Sitemap. We don't have to worry about master page, anything on this one. It's actually an XML file, a data file. And so we need to just come and fill out our data in here to build the map. So we get the one big outer sitemap node, and again, we'll see in our menus that this is going to kind of be problematic. So what I usually do is make a web page that I don't really want to use, and then in my map file I point at that one as my big outer guy here. So in the URL you write the file name. What file do you want to go to when somebody clicks on this link? And then in the title you write what do you want to actually see in the menu. So I'm going to do this one, and we'll show you. It'll be obvious once we run this why we do it this way. And then I'm going to put the ones that I actually want to see. So the URL for this one, this is going to be my home page. So I'm going to put default.aspx, and the title for this is home. This is what I want to see in the menu, and I should put a description in here. This is for accessibility. So I'll do one in this first one, but I won't do it in the others just to save time. So that's the three things we need to fill out. What page do you want to go to? What do you want to see on the menu? And then a longer description for accessibility. And so I'm going to do one of these for each page here, kind of in my top level of my map. So if I want to go to /internet/default.aspx, and what do I want to see on my menu? I want to see internet. And then we'll just come in here and say, we'll just do a couple of other ones. Database. And what else we got? Programming. Okay, so we've built our map. You need to make sure and save this. And now we want to put the menus on. And so we put the menus on the master page because you pretty much want to see this everywhere. So we've got all the positioning stuff to deal with. And there's different ways to do this. We've done this a couple different ways. I'll just use the panel system today. We'll pull a panel on here, and I'll put my content placeholder inside the panel, and this will be my again kind of my main content. And then I'm going to grab another panel, put it on here, and I'll use this panel to drop my menu system in. So I'll have the two panels. I'll switch to design view to position these guys. So I'm looking at panel 2 right now. Again, to make him absolutely positioned, I'll say set position to absolute, and then I just want to pull him over here a little bit. And I want to get panel 1. So I don't want to see that content placeholder selected. I want to see panel 1 up here, and say set position absolute. And I'm just going to grab him and drag him so he's to the right of this panel, panel 2. Okay, so I got my container set up, and really what I want is this container to hold my menu. I'll go to the toolbox now and go to the navigation section. Grab a menu control and pull it off, and then I'm going to check down here in the source to make sure that this menu control ends up inside of panel 2. just so it gets positioned correctly. So I see he's inside panel 2. I'll come back here to design view. So I've got the control that displays the menu, but I haven't made the link between the display and the actual map file. To do that, I want to make sure that I'm talking to the menu control, not the panel control. I'll talk to Rob. Come here and say, give me a new data source. And just click on sitemap. And it automatically hooks up to this web.sitemap file that we made, that we edited. And so now it's done. Let's test it out and show you again why we put that junk guy there. So when we run this, we'll see that the only thing we see displayed is junk. So again, the only menu item we see is junk unless we fix IE, unless we pull right, and then we see the other ones that we put in there. So these are the ones we really want to see. We don't want to see junk. That's why we made it junk, because we're going to just basically throw it away. But let's test these out. So here's the home page. There's the internet page. You notice that since I put this menu on the master page, every page is picking it up. I just have to put it in there once, so we can switch back and forth between all the different pages. Okay, so let's go fix this so that we don't see the junk. And here again, this is the tricky one. You usually think I'm going to set some property on the menu control, but it's not. We actually set a property on this sitemap data source that got built. So click on this, and again, we don't talk to Rob in this case. We actually come over here to the properties panel, and we say show starting node. That's kind of that first level. We're saying set that to false. Don't even show that guy. We have to put something in there or it'll throw an error when you try to run it. That's what we just make that junk file something we don't want to even see. So now when we test this out, we see just our main menu. That junk is gone. We don't have to pull right to see that anymore. So again, the steps for doing this, really we make the web sitemap. There's a little bit of pre-thought you need to give into that to, how do you want your site laid out? What menu things do you want to see? What do you want to say? Then we go to the master page, drop the menu on there, and then point this menu control at this file by using this data source. Then there's the other tricks of having the junk file that we don't use, and then the positioning. And again, you can do the positioning however you want. But